Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on online shopping a little bit. We're taking a single product, this thing called the Solana Gear Heated Vest, and using it as a case study.
Not as a recommendation or a review.
No, not at all. Our whole mission here is to really dissect the marketing, the transparency, all the little tricks so you can become a more critical shopper.
Exactly. We're looking for those little nuggets of knowledge you can use to assess if an online seller is actually credible.
Okay.
We've kind of broken it down into 3 areas: the claims they make, the evidence they provide, and what the support system actually looks like after you've paid.
All right, so let's dig in with that first impression, because when you land on their website, it's a rush.
It really is. It's a total psychological rush.
The whole thing feels engineered to make you move fast. We saw the classic phrases like holiday deal, lowest price of the year.
Oh, yeah. And those high urgency cues like almost sold out or act fast.
Right, before midnight.
And that's a classic, a really well-optimized way of trying to get you to bypass rational thought.
So they're just manufacturing scarcity.
They're manufacturing scarcity, exactly. They're trying to push your brain into that fast, emotional, reactive mode of thinking, an impulse buy.
And by doing that, they stop you from doing your homework.
Pretty much. It creates what you could call verification friction. You don't feel like you have the time or the mental space to go and research, compare prices, or check independent reviews.
They want you to close the deal before you can ask any tough questions.
That's the goal.
Which, that leads us right to the claims themselves.
Yeah.
The things they were saying about this vest were huge, but with zero proof.
Right.
They were promising it would retain up to 99% of the heat throughout the day and calling the product revolutionary.
And this is a huge issue for consumer transparency. When you use that kind of technical-sounding language,
like state-of-the-art electric heating technology.
Yes, or premium materials. You expect to see the data, you expect specs, testing, something.
But there was nothing.
The absence of any documentation just means the claim is, well, it's just marketing, it's aspirational.
And speaking of presentation, what about the product images themselves? They didn't feel quite right either.
No, they looked very generic, almost like stock photos, or maybe copied from another site.
So what does that signal to you?
It signals a lack of what I'd call congruence, a genuine brand. A company that's proud of its product invests in real photography of its own stuff.
Right.
When you see generic images, it suggests a pretty big disconnect between the premium revolutionary story they're telling and, the actual effort they're putting in.
Okay, let's pivot to the sort of the practical side. What happens if you buy it and something goes wrong? It breaks, it never shows up.
The post-purchase reality?
We checked out the customer support structure, and the only way to contact them is through email. That's it.
No phone number, no live chat.
Nothing.
And that's not just inconvenient, it's a pretty big red flag for accountability.
How so?
Well, when it's email only, the seller controls the entire pace of the conversation. They decide when to respond, or even if they respond. It's much harder for you to, force an outcome.
And finally, the really crucial test, right? Independent social proof. Their own website, of course, was full of these glossy, perfect testimonials. But when we looked elsewhere,
Nothing.
almost nothing.
Uh-huh.
We found 0 Trustpilot reviews, and I think 1 single discoverable comment on Reddit. That was it.
So when you put all these pieces together, what does it mean for you, the person shopping?
Yeah, what's the takeaway?
It means that understanding consumer transparency is about looking beyond that shiny price tag. You have to verify the big, aggressive claims.
You have to look for real customer service channels.
Yes, channels that hold the company accountable. And you have to demand independent, third-party proof that a product actually works.
And I guess that leaves us with one final kind of provocative thought for you to consider. If a deal is truly that exceptional, and the product is really that revolutionary, why does the seller need to lean so heavily on high-pressure tricks and generic images?
Instead of just letting the product speak for itself.
Exactly. Why not use verifiable data and real customer success stories? That imbalance, it suggests that the value you're actually being offered might be a lot less compelling than the marketing wants you to believe.
Critical thinking is really your best defense.
And as always, please remember this is educational commentary. We're analyzing marketing and transparency. This is not purchasing or financial advice. We hope this deep dive makes your next online interaction a much smarter one.
Indeed.
We'll see you next time.